Ladies and gentlemen, another episode on Creative Corner Gist, and today I'm with the one and only legend, the spiritual, the jazzified, the Afrobeat, the marinator, and the originator of a lot of, when we talk about minor scale, major scale, chromatics, and everything, mixing everything up in the gospel and celestial settings, because he's an icon in the celestial fold, and he's a man that is not shy to preach the gospel and to wear the garments, because we've seen a lot of people who don't want to stand by, who don't want to be by what they stand for, but he is a man of honor. Today I have Seyi Sholagbade, the one and only legend in the making, and certified legend that we know that is still alive.
I'm trying to make my hair
No, this one is not about sugarcoating. It's one of the Egbons, the whole of Akoka, the whole of Shomolu, the whole of Bariga, worldwide. Even in London, the man who a lot of us has been scoring his songs, when we talk about dexterity, he has it. Charisma, he have it. The stage performance, everything is there. I'm talking about no other person but Egbon, Baba, Seyi Sholagbade. All right, for those who don't know you, Driver, I'll introduce Arayin once more.
Yeah, first of all, my name is Seyi, and my surname is Sholagbade. I'm an easygoing person, although I'm a little bit critical in a way. That is only when it comes to music, and I just want to be myself. That's all, and also to be something that stands for good sound. That's all. So, Seyi Sholagbade, you can call me Oluseyi, you can call me Seyi. Either one, what if that's the thing about me.
So one of your phrases is always safari.
Yeah, I have a lot of phrases that anyone that comes to my mouth, at the particular time, that is exactly what I'm going to use. I can say safari, I can say easy, all right, all those kind of.
So what's the inspiration behind that safari itself?
There are some times when I was this kind of nonchalant person, and I love, playing with everything that comes to my brain. I just want to exhibit whatever comes into my brain at that particular time. That is exactly what brought up those kind of slangs and just put it away. Then apart from that, when I look at 21st century kind of Christian ideology, there are a lot of people comes up with different kind of, they call it speaking in tongues.
Okay.
Even whether something is right or not, we don't really know. It is only God that knows that. Anyway, so even some people can even come up with something, but at least people still accepted it as okay. This is holy. But to me, I don't see it as holy. I don't see it as holy. No.
So
I just see it.
You said you don't see speaking in tongues as holy.
Yeah, no. I don't really see it as holy.
Okay.
Because I see it as inspirational. I
to set the mood right.
Yes, just to set the mood right. To create this kind of mood.
The atmosphere.
The atmosphere. Make it more, spiritual kind of, And because what is an essence of what the language that I'm speaking, that I cannot really, interpret it in a way, But apart from that, that is my own perspective. I didn't say maybe it's wrong for anybody to do, Yeah. But when you look at my music generally, any words that I altered out, has meaning.
Mm.
Has meaning. So if you ask me, what is Agashatoa? Agashatoa means God of my victory.
Mm.
God is victory. You know. So about
So you can hold on to that because you know what it means.
If I say Yara Sara, you know, that means kindle the light. You know, all those, you know, if I say Jariba Sahana, that is the Lord of hosts. You know, all those level things is.
If there's a lot of people who are speaking in tongues and they
Yes,
can't tell you what it actually means.
Jakabazukin Tasharaba, something like that, you know, and it's an inspirational thing. So until you be able to give me the meaning, that is when I was okay, fine, okay, yeah, maybe God is speaking through you, you know, in a way. Me, I'm a realist. Even I'm a believer of Christ.
But you know, he's always very realist. They misquote or misinterpret people who say they are realistic, because you talk about how life is actually, how the fact, but a lot of people, you know, we just think, no, you shouldn't have said that, you shouldn't have.
Hypocrisy.
I know.
Those ones are not, you see, thing about me is this. I don't really care about what people say about me. So that's why I always try as much as possible to watch whatever I'm going to say. What I don't have as a fact, I will never say it. You know, I go for facts, as I go for something that is realistic, you know, in a way. So I'll be able to have every means to defend whatever, you know, even if let's say 100%, at least 80%, I should be able to defend what I'm trying to do, you know. So that is exactly what, because, you know, that's why I'm being stubborn about this thing. I'm an advocate of my religion, which is Celestial Church of Christ. You know, it's because, not because I was born into the church. You don't understand. It's because I understand and I dig it, I ask questions, and I discover the truths about the church. So that's what gave me this kind of confidence to stand anywhere and tell you that Long or Shofa can do this and do that. You understand? So yeah, I'm not that kind of person that is religious. I don't know. No, it was recent now that I go to church. I don't really go to church. Once in a while.
We're still going there.
Yeah. Once in a while. To date. Once in a while I go to church. I have altar in my house. Anytime I want to pray to God, I me to my lago me, my normal doctrines, my service me normally. But if my spirit tells me, okay, fine, go to church today, I'll go to that church. If I don't sing, I'll pick up my any instrument, most especially my horn. I'll play it in the church, I'll play it sweetly, and people will think that I'm just maybe I come there to just show off. No, you know, it's a directive. What you give to God. It's a directive. Go there. I want to hear you. Okay, go to church, because I need people around you, because I need to lift the spirit of the people. Not because I'm not in the presence of God in my house. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. But the reason, most time the reason he asks me to go to church is because he also wants me to use that little medium that I have to lift 1 or 2, 3 souls to the level he wants them to be through what I do, through my music. So most times when I go to church, when I discover some maybe politics or this so-called all those kind of all this crazy to something that usually happen in the church, because bro, I will run away, you know. Then or when you are playing something that is not secret, in the church, I will just keep quiet. In fact,
I've experienced it. You don't need to. I've experienced. I've seen you in your color.
I will switch.
Done that.
I can switch. Sometimes I will be playing. My spirit tells me that is not an arena for God. So I will just switch and be playing the same thing like you're doing. Okay.
So now, the name Seyi Sholagbade has been a brand name. We can't take that away.
Okay.
Has there been any time you feel like changing your stage name? Because that's your real name. We have few people using their name as a stage name. Has there been a time you feel like, oh, let me change this name?
Yes. There was a time, I started music very young. I started very, very, very young. I was about 10, 11, 12, 13, when I started, and I was not really aware of, doing it for, as a professional, as a profession rather, for that, I remember some like 40 something years ago, let's say 1983, 92, 1982 or 1981, or 83 specifically, there is this particular time I had the opportunity to lead my dad's choir. They invited us to a particular function there at Ibadan. So most of the vocalists, the prominent member of the choir were not present. Maybe they were a little bit angry because,
One thing.
Later, I started understanding that kind of mentality now. Then I saw it as an insubordination. Like we have to. But when I grow up, growing up really shows.
You understand how it works.
How it works. The relationship between the Olusho, the clergy, and the choir. They always have this kind of wahala. So I started like, I was given the opportunity to perform, to lead the choir, with just two.
As a team.
Yes, as a team. We are up to just 10 then in the choir then, So, and since then, everybody was looking at, even that show, everybody was, what kind of small boy with this one? Don't call him back. I didn't come back on, In fact, we made a lot of cash that day. To my best of knowledge, I think I make almost like 400 naira.
Wow.
400 naira. No, 400 naira. Yeah. And then that money was so huge. It's like
the value then.
Yes, it's like, oh yeah, you went to a show and they now give you like 2 million. You make almost like 2 million.
When you're not even expecting.
When you're not even expecting. So since then, I've taken over, singing in the choir and just so. But during 90s, I wanted to change the name. After 89, when we waxed CEO.
Yeah.
That album, Makoko album, it was made 89 and released 1990. So after that particular time, I wanted to change the name, I first changed it to, no, I didn't even change the name from there, because I changed the band of mine. I named the band Youth Star Band, that was 1990.
Now, were you influenced by a particular band at that time? Or?
And I was not any influenced by anybody. The only thing is that I listen to different music. I listen to a specific musicians. I'm not this kind of person that listens to every music. No. I listen to a specific music. That is all. That is where I draw my inspiration from. You know, since 79, 78 that I started listening to records, you know, through my mom. Because my mom usually, you know, she bought so many records, then the love of music. She sings also. And so I listened to almost 5 or 7 musicians. In the beginning, I don't really listen to Fela.
Wow.
I only listen to Fela in the 60s,
Old records.
Kula Lobitos, Fela Rasokuti. So when it changed to Egypt 18 in the 80s, you know, that's Afrobeat stuff. I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it.
Wow.
No, I don't listen to it because I don't really have interest in it. What I listen to is early, music. Fela Kula Lobitos, Fela Rasokuti, you know. And I listen to Yusuf Olatunji. I listened to Remi Olabanji in the 70s, late 70s, you know. I listened to Obey. Obey is my favorite anyway. I listened to this man. Later I started listening to Malo Dibango.
Oh, okay.
Malo Dibango. Then other 2 guys that I can't remember. Orlando Julius, you know. Those guys, they have something in common that if you are looking at them with normal layman kind of, you won't be able to get what I'm trying to bring out from them. You know, especially from Yusuf Olatunji. I'm okay, fine. What's Yusuf Olatunji? Let me analyze.
That's a breakdown.
Let me analyze that thing. Now, you see, his music is being accompanied by Goje.
Yeah.
And Goje has anything played and as an instrument is a cardiophone, I think. Microphone, rather. So, when you play it, bringing a sound, that means that it has a key.
Yeah, sure.
So, now, it's like how am I going to put it? He operates on a different mode.
Unknown to him.
Yes, unknown to him. The guy was just doing his thing.
God's gift.
God's gifts, you know, normal talents, you know, just doing his things. And that they are theoretically not okay.
Sound.
But when it comes to that gifts, they have unique sound. And you'll be hearing thoughts inside his scales. I mean, his movement, his melodies. You don't understand, because once you go to 4, that means that you are trying to your sound will be sounding major.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know. So I try to study all those music, where they are coming from, the starting point, the cadence, the others, blah blah blah. You know, try to bring it together. Do you understand? So those are where I, you know,
you got all your inspirations
from. You know, I don't really say it the way people say it, because if I normal layman, if you ask them to do the music, they will just sing the song. Yeah. And you just sing the song and just forget about it. But to modify it, to create some more, like the music on the background now, you know, I was trying to exhibit those bolojo kind of stuff. So, you know, flattened sevenths, you know, to create, you know, move it in a very unique way. Not every time music has to do, you know. So to go back to your question, then I now try to change the name. I was tired of it
Mm.
because Seyi Sholagbade. After Blackface, late 90s, I decided to change it. So one of my friends in France told me, Laurent, said, you need to change something, I said, okay. To what? He said, Luce. He now caught my name. No, and I asked him, I don't want to call him names. He said, what is the meaning of Luce? I be Lou. He wanted to cut it. Lou. What is the meaning? He was saying, it's just the,
You explain tire.
Only bros, and even I also tried to change it to another abstract name, Then later, I decided, no, why are you disturbing yourself? Because before I wanted to be hiding my personality, my background, my family, even to age myself. I don't do she birthday. I don't celebrate birthday. So I don't want those any. I may be doing all this kind of social work, entertainment, but I'm not a social person. I don't mix up.
Yeah, I used to tell some people that, for instance, there are some musicians, they have this personality that if not for music, you barely see them in functions.
I'm telling you.
But the job has to just take them there. They don't have a choice.
I don't have any choice.
So I want to fast forward to one of your ministration.
Okay.
Which was Heavenly. That was like makeup.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember the year we talked about it. That was at Omalade Alafia, the ground Omalade Alafia. You did a program there. You did a program there. I don't know if someone told you or you are aware. You sang to a level and there was smoke coming out of your head.
I was not aware of that anyway.
It was a talk where we were, we were just looking at Emoy. The smoke was coming out of your head.
Wow.
Were you feeling any REM? Because then you were not even looking at anybody.
Yeah.
You were just singing. Yeah. Has there been times that you're blown away in the spirit?
But see, this my coming show will show you how am I going to call it? How independent I am inside me. I don't really want to perform to people. No, that's not me. For you to buy my ticket, first of all, to come to my show, you have to listen to me. That means that you want to come and listen to Seyi Sholagbade. Simple.
No excuse.
Don't expect me to give you all those guys because I want to catch your attention. No. My music will move you. I want to touch you. I want to touch you with the spirit in me. I always allow my spirit to drive me. That's why you see, whenever I improvise more. I love to improvise more. In times, something that's supposed to be, music that's supposed to be like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I can elongate it to like 1 hour. It's not going
to be boring.
I just want to express myself the way I'm feeling every aspect of that music. And that is the beauty. You can't take that one away from me now. So, I think that is the link point between the natural and the supernatural. What happens that day? There was one particular time I was doing my normal thing. In a Meko, the same that in Meko, at the cathedral. Someone was outside under the tents but they were watching something from the screen outside because they don't have access to the basilica. So when I was singing, I don't know what happened to the guy. You know, he brought his wife. I don't know what's wrong with them, because when I was, how did I know? It was when I was leaving the church, because that was this all over here. But once I done, I go out straight. So as I was coming, the guy just ran to me and said, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Spirit of God will not depart from you. God has used you to bless my family. God has used you to come back and my God, maybe the lady was sick, I don't know. But he didn't really tell me what happened. The details. It was just said, God has used you to bless my family. God has used you to uplift my family. God, he was shouting, and I was so embarrassed. All right now, any problem? So I just try to, my nonchalant kind of person, So that's why I usually look at some musicians who call themselves
minister,
not even minister, an evangelist. An evangelist, before you can call yourself an evangelist, there are a lot of categories. Evangelist, an advocate of God, the oracle, without blemish. Even some who has the blemish self, God still look at them and say, okay, so let's come on, mommy. There has looked lot of. So me, even when you call me an evangelist, look at you. Why do you have to call me an evangelist?
So you don't identify as an evangelist?
That name is too big. It's too big for someone like me, filthy person. Really, let's say 5% spiritual, strong. I believe so. So people should be able to be even gone. You call yourself an evangelist. You should be able to talk on stage and people see God. People get healed. You don't understand. Not only to just sing and say, all those kind of, Not even this era that where nonsense is making sense to the people.
That leads me. I have, I don't know if I know music has a spirit of its own, whereby people can get moved and start feeling. I won't call it Holy Spirit because I've seen clips of Michael Jackson singing, and
people cry.
People faint.
Yeah.
So if it's to be in the church too, are we going to say, oh, the Holy Spirit took over?
Wait, don't let us be.
No, because táwọn èèyàn bá ń dákú ní show Michael Jackson, kò ṣáà ṣe pé bóyá ó sọ pé he wasn't speaking in tongues.
Music has its own spirit. There are a lot of things that is wrong in our system, and that our European people, try to hide some truths from the African. The real faith started from Africa, from our continent. The real choosing people of God are African. The people that are called Jewish, it was Oyinbo that changed the whole level. Ethiopian, Sudan, even Iraq. Those area, even to Southern Africa. When you go through the history. Go and read Ethiopian Bible, the Jubilee, all those scriptures that's been hid from us. You will have this kind of open mind. See, there are lots of spirits handling different kind of thing. These archangels that we are talking about, there's a Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael. We still have not only
Other
4
angels.
Not only 4.
Yeah, they are not limited to that 4.
They are not limited for, but the kind of idea that was given to us is that okay, àwọn áńgẹ́lì mẹ́rin tó di òpó ayé mú irọ́ ni. They are not the only one.
There are loads of angels.
And there is a particular angel that has to do with music.
You feel it, even if
you understand.
We don't need to be a prophet.
It controls the music. Even the father of the sound is Lucifer. The person that we think is the
Satan.
But I don't want to go into that because people will be thinking, this guy has gone, spiritism, don't try láti máa ṣe gbogbo kinní kan. No, you need to learn. Go deep. So, there is a particular verse in the Bible. Only your ẹni or you sìn lónìí. We Ọlọ́run ni àbí èṣù. So, you must know your God, how it operates. So, every emotional thing that comes when it comes to music goes with the system of music. And music invokes different kind of moods. And those moods invoke different kind of spirits that goes with it. There is something we call rock. It's the devil's music. They even label it, okay? It's a devil music. If you see them playing it, you see some guys who will taking their guitar and when it comes around. Do you know that it was the same slow rock? They call it slow rock, not the fast one. The slow rock is what you people are using in the church for worship. God,
tempo ló kọ yàtọ̀.
It's the same rock now. And you turn to gospel music. You don't understand?
Yeah, I get.
So ta ló ń parọ́ fúnra wọn? No, nobody is lying for anybody. But let me prove you something. God is a unique God. He's a universal God. That is why He created us in different form, in different version, different location, with different culture. We don't understand that. We want to live our own thing and try to be like others because we see the others. Eléyìí máa ṣe kíní kan, orí ẹ̀ ń tán gold. Eléyìí ṣe kíní kan. Even what God created for you, you didn't even think about it. You didn't even look at it. Okay, how am I going to develop these things? Why don't you ask question? Why do you created me here? Because God is a God of uniqueness. He wants varieties. He wants to enjoy himself. Not okay. Ìwọ gan tó jẹ́ èèyàn gan ò lè máa jẹ kan every day.
Yeah.
You want to look to this particular region and say, okay, fine. How are you going to worship me today?
So
the Red Indian operate on tritonic. Africa, we operate on pentatonic.
Yeah, do re mi fa sol la ti do.
No, that one is diatonic.
Oh, diatonic.
Yeah? Do, re, mi, sol, la, do. Do, la, sol, mi, re, do. That's pentatonic. 5-tone scale. Now, the way we are going to sing our own song, tí máa ń sùn jálá sìn, tí mo fẹ́ invoke so many spirits, àbí mo máa fẹ́ pe Ọlọ́run. Ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ mi, orí mi àfirẹ́ ìbà. Ìbà láfọjọ́ mi dún ẹrẹ́ mi ọ̀la ní ìbà kọ́dá ayé ìbà ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ èèyàn.
Some tag it diabolic.
Some stupid idiots said it's diabolic. It's because the mentality that was being given to us, infused into our system,
And told us to take us away.
Anything that has to do with our culture, the way we are, is diabolic. So, if it is diabolic, why did God created us and give us those kind of talents? You should be able to ask question now. That means you are fool if you think the way you are is opposing God's existence or God's greatness. You don't understand?
Yeah. When you're not sure where you go.
Now, an Indian, a red Indian, will come with his own kind of tritonic. I'm saying, oh, yeah, God, they're going to home banding, Jogo, well, the go was I.
You can't take that away from him.
You can't take that away. And that music will invoke a lot of spirit also. Why? We should be able to ask questions. Why is it happening that way? Because He gave them their uniqueness, and He gave us our own thing too. Why did the Western world is coming to Africa to dig their resources? You don't understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Sure, they don't have it in their own country.
Yeah. It's very sad because it takes me to this. If you visit the museum, you see about Egyptians, how the Egyptians buried their ancients. There's nothing about this place, which means they dwell on what we have. Get it from us, tell us it's not really useful.
The archaeological international stuff, they discovered that the first, even in the British, looks black. It's a black person. That's a fact on internet. You know, they brought the face. They know how to read the bones and put flesh in it. I want not create it. They become created. I didn't give it to them now. They were the one that created it. To study something like 5,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. You don't understand.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that, see, believe in what you have. Once you believe in what you have, any music that you bring out from you will touch the soul.
Now, on that you said,
in fact, we control the soul.
As a legend, a lot of people used to try to be like you, sing like you. You are their role model. Some you've met, some you've not met.
Many.
That they just, and a lot of people, they've lost themselves in the process. I'm not saying you can have a mentor. Some people they don't even sound like their mentor, but they still know that musically, this person is my father. Because you're not sounding like everybody you've mentioned. You've mentioned Yusuf Olatunji, you've mentioned a lot of people, but you're not sounding like them. You're Seyi Sholagbade because you keep on to yours. So what do you have to tell a lot of people? And you know you are so sound musically. When you say you know what you're doing. Different from a lot of people who just score the finish line of Seyi Sholagbade. What advice do you have for people like that?
First of all, let me tell you one thing. To have a mentor or to